up, everybody? What's going on? I hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-freaking-tastic out there. I know I am, because tonight is WWE's Survivor Series event. The one night a year, you heard what I said, right? The one night a year when Raw and SmackDown go face-to-face. The one and only night. No other night out of the entire year. This is the one night when Raw and SmackDown collide with each other in a match. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
She said, "You don't know it, boy, but you just blew it." And I said, "Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it."
But yeah, folks, a lot of things have been going on in WWE recently with all the releases. A lot of WWE's future seems very uncertain right now. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But you know what? I think tonight still has the makings to be pretty alright. Yeah. So, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into the matches, shall we? Now, folks, I have a big weekend ahead of myself at the moment, starting with me trying to defend this thing this coming Friday. And I'm actually filming this video on the Wednesday before the go-home episode of SmackDown. So whatever happens on SmackDown, I have no idea at the time of me filming this. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Just know that I'm filming this before anything else gets mentioned Friday, okay? But yeah, going into the first match, we're going to be talking about the Raw Women's Champion taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion as Becky Lynch takes on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's been very naughty, and that's a shoot. Charlotte has been very, very naughty, and a lot of people backstage are agreeing with that fact. A lot of people backstage are agreeing with that statement. So, this match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, you may be seeing some potatoes getting thrown. This may end up turning into a shoot fight somewhere along the lines. So, this match may very well be uglier than the rest of the ones that I've been seeing out of these two. So, but outcome aside, let's go ahead and let Becky Lynch win this match. Okay? Alright, next. This match may very well be a sleeper match. This next contest, it may very well be underestimated. The United States Champion Damian takes on the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. This match may very well be better than it looks. May even be better than it looks on paper. Me being a big Shinsuke fan, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him win. Like Shinsuke, he definitely needs some more pay-per-view Intercontinental Championship defenses. This is like reminding me about last time. But right now, he's got too much of a partnership going on with Rick Boogs. Nothing against Rick Boogs, though. Nothing. But it's still making me wonder, where the heck is Elias? Where the heck is the person formerly known as Elias? Because Elias is apparently dead. But, yeah, besides the point. I'm a big fan of Damian Priest and a big fan of Shinsuke, so this one's kind of a hard one for me to say. But between the two about who I like more, I'm gonna go with Damian Priest. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Damian Priest on this one. Alright, next up, the Raw Tag Team Champions of RK Bro take on the Usos. RK Bro's probably going to win this one. This is probably going to be a Raw-dominated night, to be perfectly honest. All this leading up into the talks of how Raw is such a bad show, they're going to try to put Raw over on this pay-per-view. Like, the funny thing about this pay-per-view is that, like, really, none of the wins or losses is going to be hurting anything. It's just about bragging rights, essentially. So, yeah, alright, moving on. We're going to be talking about the traditional Team Raw versus Team SmackDown 5-on-5 tag matches. Alright, first let's discuss the women's tag match. Alright, Team Raw consists of Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina. And the SmackDown Women team consists of Sasha Banks, Shotzi Blackheart, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, and somebody else to be announced at the time of me filming this. Again, if it gets announced on SmackDown, I don't know. But I know one person it won't be, and that's Naomi. Man, this whole rivalry that Naomi has with Sonya Deville, it seems to be getting a little out of hand. And this is like blatant favoritism. Like, this is why Raw and SmackDown need a general manager. And the funny thing about this whole situation with Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, it's like they're stirring the pot of Raw versus SmackDown, and they're not picking sides on either or. So that's one funny thing I'm finding about this whole situation. But you know what? If it hasn't been announced already on SmackDown at the time of me filming this, if I'm gonna fill up that spot with anybody, it's got to be either Toni Storm or the debuting Xia Li. That's got to be my guess. And if it is Xia Li on Team SmackDown, chances are they're going to win. But you know what? The thing about Team Raw though, Rhea Ripley is one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Why isn't Nikki ASH on Team Raw with Rhea Ripley? Why not? Whoever pins Rhea Ripley from Team SmackDown, chances are they are definitely going to end up being the next #1 contenders. So y'all keep that in mind for tonight. Alright, next up, we're going to be talking about the men's traditional Team Raw versus Team SmackDown tag team match. Alright? Team Raw consists of Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley. And the SmackDown men's team consists of Happy Corbin, King Woods, Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre, and somebody to be announced at the time of me filming this. If I had to pick anybody to fill in that spot, I would guess it would maybe be Mansoor, maybe? Possibly Ridge Holland? Maybe even Von Wagner. I have no idea why he was just randomly backstage standing with Adam Pearce when Sami Zayn came in there and started whining and complaining. So if Von Wagner does end up being a part of Team SmackDown, chances are he's going to be feuding with Sami Zayn here shortly. But yeah, the thing about Team Raw for the men, how they got rid of Rey and Dominic Mysterio, that's exactly why they had to be replaced on Team Raw. Because ain't no way Seth Rollins is going to be teaming up with the Mysterios. And the fact that Kevin is teaming up with Seth Rollins, seeing as how last year for WrestleMania 36, Kevin jumped off the WrestleMania sign to crash through a table onto him. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how those two get along, seeing as how Kevin Owens is heel now. But Team SmackDown is going to win for the women. Team Raw is going to win for the men. That's the way I see it happening. Alright. Lastly, Big E, the WWE Champion Big E, takes on the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. If Big E actually wins this match, I am going to rejoice with the new day of happiness and glee. The power of positivity will be radiating out of my bosom. So, yeah, the only way I see Roman Reigns losing this match is a distraction via Brock Lesnar. Ain't no way that feud is done between those two. Ain't no way, ain't no how. Like, the Brock Lesnar that I'm seeing today, here in 2021, the Brock Lesnar that I had been seeing this year before he got suspended indefinitely, has been a very different Brock Lesnar, and I'm kind of enjoying it. So I'm kind of looking forward to him coming back. So, but if Brock Lesnar doesn't show up, if Brock Lesnar doesn't do anything, chances are, yes, Roman Reigns will win. So yeah, folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode of Ring Ramblings on up. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. If you haven't already, give this channel a good old subscribe. It will help me out a lot. And yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed the show happening tonight. Until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah. I'm out.
Not what